All right, let's call it what it is. But you know, Market Watch was supposed to be out at this stage in the morning, right? Well, it's gonna be two parts of the Market Watch. The other one will be up about 11 o'clock this morning, so you guys can look forward to that. But I wanted to talk about OTS 9, the release, some of the prices of already existing cards on the secondary market to kind of give you guys a little bit more of an entry point to what we're going to be expecting for these. So first up, right out of the floodgate here, you're going to be seeing that Shizuku is going to be one of our ultimates. And I do want to point something out to you guys, though. For the most part, most of the Sky Striker stuff has destroyed itself in value. All right, let's toggle over here and look at Sky Striker stuff. So Kagari down here is another ultimate rare, is $27. These used to be borderline $40 to $50 a copy. And, of course, as with most OTSs, you know, Shizuku's going to enter into the fray, and you're going to see probably her pushing the $40 mark, just as initial set release. Now, the rest of the deck is getting incredibly cheap here, like $36 engages, $20 Widow Anchors, Afterburners down here at $4 a piece. Call it what you will right now, but we are looking at 27 for the LT. Do not overpay on this. If this is an ultimate that you want to, you know, make sure that you get yourself later on, I would honestly wait. Now, another good example of ultimate rares to kind of look at the secondary market here is our boy Whiptail. You know, after Zoo got destroyed, I'm kind of thinking the same thing's going to end up happening here with Sky Striker as a whole. Like, yeah, we're getting it now, but it's like at some point, like after the deck dies, this is probably the expected value that you're going to be looking at in terms of representation. But Shizuku meeting our first standard here. And then, of course, that's right, the Super Morphing Jar returns back to the game once again. And I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm actually more annoyed than anything that they did this. But they've proven to us once before that they're going to reprint cards in the same rarity, Lone Fire Blossom being the first one that comes to my mind. But the already existing value on a TP4 jar is not horrible. I mean, Light plays 55. These are... You have to understand, like, these are the older text box design and things like that. So, of course, these are going to maintain some sort of value. But let's be real here. $56 on the old ones, you know, near mint's pushing $79. Meanwhile, you know, Mr. Ultra up here is trying to be cool, pushing the $600 mark. Like, nobody in their actual mother is going to want to buy one of these. But the super copy of Morphing Jar, you know, kind of touching out here and returning. And then you've got stuff like Imperial Order. I get it. Like, I get you had to reprint this as a common. Because, look, cool, DUSA Ultra Rares. $6 fucking dollars. Secondary market. Look at me. $6. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me why these are so damn high. Imperial Order. Like, are all copies being this ignorantly high? Like, it's so annoying. Like, $5 on these, like, ugh. Yeah, that's the state of being right now. Like, these are the three that are just coming out. Now, this was the other picture that kind of came out with the times, and of course, you get to see Sekka's Light here, and you're also getting the chance to see the Phantom, or the Dracosack token. It's the one that comes off of Dracosack himself. Now, I do want to point two things out here. Now, we have actually recently gotten a token in OTS, and it is actually the Sky Striker token. Now, let's look at the value of these. A massively released token holding the value at $1.36 a piece. Alright, and then you move on along over here, and it's like, you kind of see a gradual increase, but this is after post-circulation. Now, the other Dracosack tokens, they're none on TCG Player. Now, what did these things come out in? It was this one, yes. These are expensive. TKN 4 in... Oh man, what was our set ID on this guy? 013. Now, of course, like, there's always the Japanese ones you can pick up, but these were the ones that was the Battle Pack tournament. 25, 33, and then 26. Do we have a completed score for these as well? There's only one listing that's actually sold over X time. But yeah, these are the ones from the old Battle Pack Draft, or not Battle Pack Draft Tournament, the one that had the Ojama mat at it, which already is ridiculous. But Japanese tokens, if you're feeling fancy and you want to pick up some of the other versions available out there, they're decently cheap. But, like, I don't suspect that these are going to be over, like, $2 to $3 post-circulation. Like, that part just does not make sense to me as a whole. Like, I don't get it. Like, even on an unrelated note here, Sekka's Light, did you guys know these were already creeping up? Like, a lot of decks were already trying to get cheeky playing this. And once again, I get it, secondary market. Like, it's a good card. It says draw 2 cards. Alright, we've kind of seen this mentality in the past. But the very good cards are still very good. And then you look at this and you're like, well, shit, like, ugh. It's already creeping up. But seeing that it's getting a super should check the price of the rare. Now, what else is going on what we have so far here? Well, the first confirmed ulti, Shizuku, we already know this. Evidently, Multi-Faker is going to be the next copy of the Ultimates. I get it. Multi-Faker's the first card that you would think that we were going to go to in the set and be like, oh, hey, Ultimate Rare this. I unfortunately think Multi-Faker's going to be expensive. He's probably going to be, besides evenly, like, Multi-Faker's probably going to push the $35 to $45 line very easily, just because the amount of people that are Ultrageist players are like, oh, I can bling my deck now? You would be surprised. There are people out there that have impermanence that like the deck. Now, evenly, on the other hand, I don't want to say that this is going to be Ghost Ogre Syndrome, because the card isn't as much of a hand trap staple as that, but you have a situation here now to where you actually have a very good card. Like, our very good card this set is evenly. And I do think, much like his predecessors, you know, Swap Frog and things like that, I could see these touching 55 to 60 and not dropping off from there. Very, very good interactive card in the metagame, and to top things off, just a very overall well-rounded card in general. Like, abso-fucking-lutely, this is something that we needed. Like, honestly, like, we knew Shizuku was coming, and I'm kind of sniffing the Hayate. I have a feeling that the Hayate is coming at some point. Everyone was bitching that they wanted Kagari and Shizuku and max to rarity, so it's kind of nice to see them. But for these 3 ultimates, like, this is, whew, like, amazing. Now, Super Jordan, you know about Jar, Sekka's Light, and the Mecha Phantom Beast token. Evidently, Personal Spoofing is going to be getting a super rarity increase as well. Okay, so it's already a rare, and I get it. It makes sense to be in the set because we've already got Multi-Faker present at this time. Like, of course, you would add another Altergeist card into the equation. That way, you know, you want people to kind of buy more of the set. Congratulations, you know, we did it. And then, of course, Dragon Matrix. This was the only other card that did not have a higher printing in the set. Like, what, every other card in the deck is hollow, besides your shittier copies of the Dragon cards. But, I mean, cool. They gave us Dragon Matrix. This one will probably maintain a couple of dollars, just because the amount of Thunder Dragon players that are out there. Now, commons. Imperial Order, coming in on that clutch common. Tachyon Transmigration, evidently. Now, Transmigrations, they've been holding this 474 line for the longest time. Like, this is still nuts to me. Like, this card has been so much money for the longest time. And then, of course, we have things like Imperial Tombs in here. This is just another very good, well-reprinted card. It's also very important to understand these sets don't count as core reprint sets. They're just additional printings of set cards. It's weird. And then, of course, TG, Rush, Rhino, and Warwolf. Yeah, I get it. You want Duelists to kind of get more copies of the TG stuff because, well, unfortunately, we have what appears to be TG support coming out in the near future, which means, this tickles my fancy. Now, overall, I do not think that this is a bad set. I am more shocked than anything that this is what we're getting. The OTS Ultimates, if these are true, are spectacular. Like, good job. Konami, like, you've definitely improved since that one OTS pack that was kind of bad. So, what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll get up the other part of Market Watch later this afternoon for you guys. Alright guys, peace out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.